on vacation, I quite remember doing my undergraduate studies at the University of Cape Coast. Whenever school is on vacation, I go back to the village. I sometimes, not sometimes, but almost every day, I need to go to the farm to access network. And I told you earlier on that there's no electricity, so you could imagine I had to walk miles to charge my cell phone. Where I charge my cell phone to, there's no telecommunication network there. Wow. So I had to come back to the house, go to the farm for walk for a longer distance before I'm able to access it. And it's kind of crazy. So I'm also a content creator. To upload videos online, you have to go to the farm sometimes midnight.
Go to the farm?
Yeah, sometimes really? Like 12 a.m. in the night, I need to be on a farm, all right, accessing network.
Hello, lovely people. I'm Jeridan, your host. What do you know about Akumersu Yiti? Today, we'll be talking about Akumersu Yiti. I'm here with John Nate, the voice of Akumersu Yiti. Mr. John, you're welcome.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Please, how are you?
I'm doing so fine. How about you?
I'm also great.
Beautiful.
By the grace. Mr. John, can you introduce yourself to us?
Okay, so my name is Nate John Tete. I recently graduated from the University of Cape Coast. I'm currently serving with the Confucius Institute and an advocate for Akumersu Yiti, to be precise. So that's what I can say about me.
All right. So you are the voice of Akumersu Yiti.
Exactly.
Okay. So Mr. John, I've been hearing Akumersu Yiti on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. What is Akumersu Yiti?
All right. So thank you so much for this question. I think it's very important question you've asked. Akumersu Yiti is basically a community in the Upper Manyakoba district of the Eastern region of Ghana. And so this community is, the people there are predominantly into agriculture. Okay. That is, they produce varieties of crops like cocoa, cassava, tomato, and so many other stuff. But development is zero over there. So that's all.
Zero?
Yeah, wow. Zero development. I mean, no development. No, like all the basic social amenities are not available. So diving into this conversation, I'm going to be revealing more for our audience, our people, to get to know what Akumersu Yiti is about. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. John.
All right.
So meaning Akumersu Yiti is a village?
Yeah, it's a typical village.
Typical village?
Yeah.
So when I hear of typical village, there is a picture that depicts in my mind.
Yeah.
So can you tell us the current state of infrastructure in Akumersu Yiti?
Okay, so when you visit Akumersu Yiti, one of the basic social amenity is potable drinkable water, like safe drinkable water. But those ones are not available. Like electricity, we don't have electricity over there. We don't have telecommunication network in the community. And so that makes it a typical village, because all these basic social amenities that are supposed to be there for the people to depend on are not available. And that has classified my community as a typical village. I sometimes say it's a cottage because there's nothing ongoing there. Yeah, so it's not easy. It's not a joke. When you visit Akumersu Yiti, it's not a joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I heard of there's no electricity or lack of electricity in Akumersu Yiti. So what are some of the challenges that you people face there, since there's no electricity? Okay,
so with that, we have kids in the community. We have parents in the community. Like, we have people in the community, about 500 or more, even more than that. And you know that kids are supposed to go to school. When they close and come back to the house, they need to study at night as well. But it's kind of crazy, because at night kids cannot study. There's no light, like, let me say, there's no light or electricity whereby they can actually use the light to study at night. So it's actually downgrading, and the reduction in kids' performance at school is very low, right? There's a reduction in kids' performance at school. So it's actually putting us in a very typical, like, critical condition where it becomes very bleak for people to even realize their future careers. Yeah. Wow. So that's what I can say about only electricity, but other stuff like potable and drinkable water, you could even guess the kind of effect that we are getting out of it, or it's having on the people in the community. Like, a lot of.
So talking about the potable water, so how does the residents access potable water?
All right, so with the residents, we have two seasons, that is the dry season and wet season. So when it is dry season, we normally have, barely like some kind of water, some quantity of water. But when it is dry season, then there's so much scarcity. So when it happens that way, it means that residents have to walk miles, for a very longer distance before they get access to potable, drinkable water. Even with that, the water they get at the end is not potable. It's, I would say that is contaminated, but you don't have any alternative. So you need to, take in that water. The effect that comes with drinking unsafe water. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, since you spoke about electricity, so it means there is no telecommunication in Akumersu Yiti. So, how does you people manage to communicate?
Yeah, so thank you for this question. Communicating with your loved ones in the cities, serving the internet, it's a problem, all right? It's a challenge, a very big challenge, because before you access telecommunication network in Akumersu Yiti, you need to go to the farm, which is very far before you can access it, and even on the farm too, it's not stable. So sometimes when school is on vacation, I quite remember doing my undergraduate studies at the University of Cape Coast. Whenever school is on vacation, I go back to the village. I sometimes, not sometimes, but almost every day, I need to go to the farm to access network. And I told you earlier on that there's no electricity. So you could imagine I had to walk miles to charge my cell phone. Where I charge my cell phone to, there's no telecommunication network there. Wow. So I had to come back to the house, go to the farm for, walk for a longer distance before I'm able to access it. And it's kind of crazy, So I'm also a content creator. To upload videos online, you have to go to the farm sometime midnight.
Go to the farm.
Yeah, sometimes like 12 a.m. in the night, I need to be on a farm, all right, accessing network. So people think that whenever we are on vacation, students or my friends think that, in Akumersu Yiti, there's a network. But because of how I am very, passionate of accessing network each and every day to, keep myself abreast with what is actually happening on the internet, people may see it to be like we have network, but in reality we don't have it. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, very, very crazy. So it's very tough. It's a tough life, in Akumersu Yiti. Yeah, so that's what I can say.
So since Akumersu Yiti is lacking some social amenities, it means there's no health care.
Yeah, healthcare, there's no health facility.
Wow, so how do the people cope with emergency situations there?
All right, so this is a sad story that happened to my mother, and my mother has, it's not only my mother, but it has been happening in the community. That is snake bite. Wow. Sometimes you go to farm because, like I said earlier, in Akumersu Yiti, majority of them are into farming. So when you go to farm and you don't take care, you don't protect your feet yourself, you need to be cautious, because if you are not cautious, you might end up being bitten by a snake. And that incident actually happened to my mother. I had to run. So, after everything, in a process, let me put it this way, in a process of running, I got like my body dehydrated, all right? There's like water finished in my body, and it was crazy. It's only one man in a community that serves as a chemical seller, like those selling drugs and those stuff. So he is saving lives, all right? But then the majority of the people lives depend on herbal medicine, all right? So, and the herbal medicine too, they are not scientifically approved. So the people in Akumersu Yiti actually use their mind, their thoughts, whatever. The thing that they know about the herbal, the herbal medicine, they also try to use it. But you could be able to, you could imagine the kind of side effect that will come, with it, with people using herbal medicine that are not scientifically approved. So I would say that in a community, emergencies like this, like people being bitten by a snake, it's very scary. If you don't get proper medication, that is by using of herbal stuff, you may end up losing your life, and it happens. The other sad part is that when pregnant women are in labor, sometimes they need to carry them to, for a very longer distance before they, access health facilities. So it's very devastating and very, very sad in my community when you talk about, healthcare.
Okay, so talking about healthcare, I think you've given us some examples and stories.
Yeah.
So moving to the social amenities again. So how does lack of those social amenities affected basic education in Akumersu Yiti?
Yeah, it's actually affect.
You have some stories to share with us.
Yeah, I have stories to share. Personally, I think I need to share my story so that for people to understand it very well.
Okay.
Growing up in a village, I've lived my life in my village for more than 2 decades. All right.
Wow.
2 decades. So I know most of the things that happens in a village. Sometimes you go to farm before you come back to the house, you dress up, you go back to school. Sometimes you are late, and after school you need to come back to the house, you go to farm again. And in the night too, like I said, no electricity, remember that. And your health, your health is at stake because you are not getting proper water to drink or safe drinkable water. So all these things are actually affecting the kids, affected me. I've been able to go through, but still the same problems still persist. It's still in the community, right? It's still affecting the people. Why? Like it's affecting them. That's all I have to say. Yeah.
Okay, so you've said a lot. So are there some initiatives that the government or the local government, the community has taken to help Akumersu Yiti?
All right, so with that, like Akufado said, we shouldn't be spectators, but we should all involve ourselves, like be a citizens of this country, right? And so the people of Akumersu Yiti are very enthusiastic, very confident, very loving and caring. So they took it upon themselves to do communal labor. So the road network that we are having in Akumersu Yiti was constructed by manpower, that is communal labor. The people consistently and frequently go for communal labor to clean up the community and also make way for cars to at least come to the community to convey their goods to the market. So with the community, they've been doing so much for the community itself, the leaders, all right? They've been doing so much for the community. And myself too, I've been embarking on some initiatives to at least help the community. So
initiatives like?
Okay, one of the initiatives that I've been able to do was I've been able to collaborate with Bwouy Instrument Foundation, where we made free school uniform for the kids in my community, about 70 pieces of school uniforms.
70?
Yeah, free of charge. Wow. No one paid for anything. And also, I've also been able to collaborate with Smart Ghana Foundation. They are students from various universities.
Ghana Foundation.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they came there with health professionals to, do free health screening for the people, and people. Through that, they've been able to got to know their health status, and they were very happy. My people were very excited about that initiative. And also I had a team of students from Akumersu University. They also came to my community and also had an engagement with the kids to empower them, motivate them and inspire them. And I think everyone is very happy about that initiative I brought on board, and still I'm keeping up with a lot of things that I want to do for the community.
Okay, so you've highlighted on so many problems that Akumersu Yiti is facing.
Yeah.
So what are some of the means, in your opinion, that Akumersu Yiti can be moved to the better position that you want?
All right, so I would say that provision of basic social amenities will be number one. Is key. Okay. All right, so when these basic social amenities are provided for the people in Akumersu Yiti, it's actually going to help them. It's actually going to help them right from the a toddler to the last person in Akumersu Yiti. So provision of social amenities, like I said, is going to help the community. And at least
social amenities like
electricity, potable water, health facility, road network, and healthcare system. And then I think quality education. These basic social amenities are top notch, and I'm really keen on that. Yeah.
So what are some of the changes you hope to see in the next 5 years?
All right, so
aid is given to Akumersu Yiti.
Okay, so in the next 5 years, I expect to see better things happening in my community, because I am very passionate and very confident that within that 5 years you've mentioned, things are going to change, because I'm not stopping today nor tomorrow. I'm going to keep up with my advocacy, and I know definitely that things are going to work well. I want to see potable water in Akumersu Yiti. I want to see electricity.
Wow.
I just want to see telecommunication network, be in a house and you can actually communicate, surf the internet you know, let me tell you this. Some of the teachers, when they post them to my community, they find it very difficult to stay, all right, to live with us, because that's not the life he is used to. Someone came to the university in the city, enjoyed all these facilities, and you are expecting a person to be drinking unsafe water. Would you do that?
No, I'm not going to do that.
That's going to be crazy. So it's something that I want to see good things happening in my community, and I'll be super excited. I want to see people like president even coming from my community. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
If not me, someone from my community should be the president.
Wow.
Yeah. So that we turn Akumersu Yiti into paradise.
All right, viewers, thank you very much. So today we're having a short convo with John Nate, the voice of Akumersu Yiti.
Definitely.
So can you give us some of the cultural experiences of Akumersu Yiti?
All right. So with the culture, it's I would say that there is a common denominator where every tribe, they perform the same culture, like marriage ceremony, naming ceremony. I mean, other culture like Dipo, and then I mean, like drumming and dancing. Okay. We have all those kind of stuff in Akumersu Yiti, and so that's what I have to say. You need to come and see for yourself. Yes. We do stuff.
Don't worry,
we do a lot of stuff. Food too is not a problem. You know, like I said, there are a lot of farmers. They're very hardworking, and they produce a lot. So when you come there, we beg you to eat. You understand? No, right. Cape Coast here, you have to be struggling.
Okay. So, Mr. John, I want you to talk about the geographical aspect of Akumersu Yiti. So when people want to pay your community a visit to assist them in so many things, like the geographical location of Akumersu Yiti, can you take us?
Okay, beautiful. So Akumersu Yiti, like I said earlier, it is located in the Upper Mayakobo district of the eastern region of Ghana. So when you want to come to Akumersu Yiti, either you use Koforidia, or when you use Koforidia, you pass through Asesewa or Agogo.
Okay.
All right. So let me mention some of the popular what do you call it, towns around Akumersu Yiti. So we have Sekesua Market, we have Agogo Market, and then we have Asesewa. These are very known market day in Asesewa. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when you get to Asesewa, you ask of Akumersu Yiti, even a toddler or some, you know, they will definitely show you where Akumersu Yiti is located. So from Accra to Akumersu Yiti, it will take approximately like 2 hours to get there.
Okay.
And it's good. It will be nice experience when you visit there. All right, because you are going to see a lot of stuff. Yeah.
All right. So John Nate,
yeah,
his final words.
All right. So I would like to use this opportunity to thank you so much for this wonderful moment, engagement I had with you. It's really awesome, and I really enjoyed every bit of this conversation. So thank you so much.
All right, don't forget, the name is Jeridan again. So kindly subscribe to our channel, follow for more, and in case you have any support for Akumersu Yiti, you can come to our DM. Thank you.